We are gathered here to fill you with fear and give you a treat for your ears as we invade your mind with our scary rhymes and some tales that can be gory. As you bear witness and sit here and listen to our poetic horror stories. Right now, I'm being transported to a hospital in an ambulance, with cuts, lacerations, and bruises to my head, arms, and wrists, because I was attacked by an introverted madman who believed he ordered an instant friend. I know this sounds like a mess, but here I am. Look, there's always a risk when you work with the public. It can be hazardous. Before I start my tale, let me introduce myself. My name is Mindy, and I'm a contract driver for Amazon. It is my side gig. In this economy of high inflation, it has become increasingly harder to live. No job nowadays really wants to pay you a cost of living wage. And living from paycheck to paycheck isn't great. I can barely keep up with my bills these days. Something has to change. So I decided to take on a second job. But I needed a job I can choose to work my own hours. A job where I'm more in control. And this is how I started to work for Amazon. I watched a lot of different YouTube videos of people showing themselves going to Amazon distribution centers and picking up packages to deliver to people's businesses, offices, and homes. And after I'm done with my route, I would get paid the same day. I thought to myself, sign me up. That sounded great. This way I could have a second source of income. And a bonus, I work when I want to. I would be a boss babe. I was excited. This should be easy. Just a few extra hours out of my day. What could go wrong? And the answer to that question is everything. This is just a friendly reminder to please like and comment to let us know how we are doing so far. We would love to hear from you all. And if you're new, please subscribe and become a part of the PHS crew. And we thank you. My first week delivering packages for Amazon started off a bit slow. I had to find a rhythm, my own system. But the next few weeks, it became easy. It became a part of my daily routine. And every day on my route, I would meet and talk to some great people on the way. Most of the customers were nice and sweet to me. Most of those who saw me would greet me. We would chat for a moment, then they would wish me a good day. But of course, you also had disgruntled customers who were mad for issues that you had nothing to do with. They just wanted to complain. For instance, "Why is my package late? I tracked you, and my package should have been here no later than 8.
My package you delivered yesterday. My item was broken when it arrived. I've reported you to Amazon customer service so they can take my broken item out of your pay. You left my last package in the wrong place. It was stolen, and now I have to wait for it to be replaced. I need it today."
And those weren't the worst of the complaints I would hear. But like anything, you take the good with the bad. It comes with the job, but that's okay. But anyway, there was this one house I noticed on my route. I delivered a lot of packages to almost every day. The majority of the packages I delivered were light and small. Sometimes, it didn't feel like I was delivering nothing at all. The house had a black wrought iron gate, and to get to the door, you must walk up a pathway. Most of the time, I would leave the packages inside of the mailbox, just outside of his gate, so no one would see it just sitting out. I tried to place it where it would be safe. But today, he requested that I bring his package to his door. He would leave his gate unlocked. He wanted the package to be hand-delivered to him in person. It was very important, so I couldn't leave it in his mailbox. I had to ring his doorbell, and I would need to wait. I thought to myself, this is an odd request. But if that's what he wants, then I'm fine with that. So when I started my route for the day, I reminded myself to make his house my last stop for delivery on my route. It was a very hot day, and I had a lot of packages I decided to take on. I extended my route for extra income. It took me about 2.5 hours to deliver almost all of my packages. It wasn't my typical delivery route time. I'm usually faster than that. But it was so hot. I had to take breaks in between my stops. When I arrived at the last house, I was thirsty and parched. I just ran out of water. I was ready for the day to be over, so I could go home and take a shower and cool off. Then I remembered this is the customer with the special request. He wanted me to personally hand him his packages. I thought to myself, at least this is my last delivery. I just need to hand him his packages, and my day will finally be over with. When I'm done here, I will be off. I can go home and get some rest. When I drove up to the customer's home, his gate was already open. I walked up the pathway to his door, and I rang his doorbell, and waited for him to answer. It took him a few moments, but he finally and slowly opened up his door. And I was shocked, to say the least, of the frail and gaunt man who stood there in front of me. He was very skinny, but very tall. He was pale-looking, and around his eyes were dark circles. He looked as if he'd never seen sunlight a day in his life. To me, he looked like a vampire, but I stayed professional, courteous, and polite. I smiled and said, "Hi, I'm with Amazon, and here are your packages." You should have seen his face. He was smiling from ear to ear, but I could tell it was fake, because his smile never reached his eyes. It just looked creepy and sinister. His smile reminded me of that Dr. Seuss cartoon character, the Grinch. Then he said,
"Hello, my friend. Thank you for hand-delivering my packages. It's such a hot day. Why don't you come in? I have some ice-cold lemonade I just made."
Now, normally I wouldn't dare, but I was really hot and thirsty. I just wasn't thinking straight, so I accepted. When I went inside, it was nice and cool. Felt really good. Took a seat at his dining room table and waited for my drink. When I am done with the drink, I would thank him for his hospitality, then I will leave. Something about him and his demeanor was giving me the willies. He brought me this big glass of cold lemonade. It was really refreshing, and it tasted great. Then he said,
"I haven't had company in a while. This is really nice. As you can tell, I don't really leave my house. I'm what you may call an introvert. I'm kind of scared of the world. I work from home, which makes it hard to meet anyone, which means I'm always alone. But now, due to technology advancements, all I have to do is use my phone and click on an app, and instantly I can order things, including ordering an instant friend. Yes, I promise you will be happy here. I can tell we will be the best of friends."
I just sat there for a second trying to take in what he just said. He believes he ordered an instant friend? "I'm sorry. I'm just here to deliver your packages. I won't be staying here, but thank you for the drink." Then I quickly stood up to leave and make a quick exit, but he wouldn't let me pass.
"You are just like all the rest. They want to leave after they made their deliveries. They didn't want to stay and be my friend. I was hoping you'd be different. I guess I was wrong. So now, I guess I have to use force."
He suddenly grabbed me by my hair and made me sit back down onto the chair. He then grabbed and twisted my arms and tied my wrists together. I was in so much pain. He was so much stronger than what he looked. I was bound to the chair. I couldn't move. He said,
"Wait right here. I'll be right back. I need to go and retrieve something from downstairs."
He left me there for a moment. He disappeared into his basement. What for? I wasn't sure. But this was my only chance to figure out a way to make it to his front door. Since he didn't tie up my legs and feet, I started to scoot the chair forward across the floor. I was trying my best to move quickly to the front door. I know he heard me, and he would be back in a matter of seconds. When I was inches from the door, he emerged from his basement with a knife and some duct tape. He yelled out,
"Where do you think you're going? Are you trying to escape?"
Then he charged at me very quickly. When he got close to me, he grabbed the back of the chair and pulled it backwards, sending me tumbling back right into him, knocking him, me, and the chair landing on its legs. I heard a pop when he started to scream. From what I could tell, he was in great pain. Because, in the melee of him trying to stop me from fleeing, when he pulled me back, my body weight, plus the added weight of the chair, falling onto him, the force broke his leg. It also broke the chair, setting me free. I took that moment to jump up and to run out the door to my car, and I drove off. I called 911 for the police and explained what he did to me. The police found him lying on his floor in great pain and agony. Now I'm on my way to the hospital to be examined and checked over. Because from my understanding, I was really lucky to get out of the house with my life. Because they found in his basement the body of 6 other delivery workers that had gone missing. That no one knew of their whereabouts. Delivery drivers from DoorDash, Uber Eats, UPS, FedEx, and the original Amazon driver who used to have my route.